Hello, my name is CarX82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Last episode we started replacing a bunch of our single block machines, finally. We're taking a few episodes to kind of upgrade the base, clean it up a bit, get organized with some of our resources and the miner and all that stuff. So I am currently working on that. I did want to quickly see if this would work. Maybe I'll do two, actually. Before I do another one, let me check. Actually, I don't really use this one anymore. Look at that, we are like cleaning up. I'll probably move some of these LUV machines forward, probably once I get all this stuff done. Yeah, actually, let me craft up another. We'll see if... Actually, can't be changing it if we're... Okay, no. I was like, if we're moving it, I can't be changing it. Question is, does this work? Yeah, it does. Because I did 10, and I think it actually used 19 casings, so we probably have, like, a few. Maybe not 19. We probably have room for maybe the ones on the bottom I can probably all replace, but the ones up top, probably. You just actually know. Well, I think I only need, like, 3 anyway. Alright, it does seem... Yeah, it works. Let's throw that in there, and then that in there. And I need a couple interfaces. Oh, also, it was mentioned, and sorry I don't have it pulled up right now, so I don't know who said it, but the GT++ machines, if we remember, we were having problems with the ME output buses. Not stocking, I think it's just... Yeah, the output bus, but the ME version, it wouldn't run with those, and that is because it is seeing that as a full... Like, it doesn't have anywhere to put the items. So if the output is full, the GT++ machines don't run. So apparently, and I haven't tested this, but it does sound plausible, if you want to use these ME output buses, you have to switch it to void or ignore... What is it? I think it's a soldering alloy. Soldering iron, right? Isn't that what switches that? I can't remember. Yeah, void excess enabled. And then it should work with the output bus. Should we try it? Actually, while I'm here. I'm doing multiple things at the moment, but as I'm talking about this, we might as well try it, I guess. Easy to switch. And also I heard that the number of casings needed on some of these multi-blocks are being reduced. So this is the absolute max hatches I can have right now, or buses. But in another update, we'll be able to put the rest of the hatches that we need. Okay, so that is there. Let me just craft up like copper wire or something like that. And this would, before, this would not run. Oh, see, it's still not... Oh, it did run. Yeah, it did run. All right, it just was so quick, I didn't even see it. So there we go. That is void excess if you want to use those. So I may go around and actually... I mean, I don't really need to switch them out, but moving forward, we'll probably use those instead, just because it is cleaner, easier, and yeah. So just wanted to point that out. Thank you for mentioning that. I never even thought about it, actually. That the the reason it wasn't working for those is because it thought they were full. Okay, so there is that. I am assuming that will work, but who knows, to be honest. Don't think I'm going to name those. Also, I have no idea if I've... Okay, I do have channels. I didn't even check. I don't know. This enabled and... Alright, so that is a bit worrisome. It doesn't have a keep hatches separated or keep buses separated. Let's do like pulsating nuggets, see if it works. We need these for... Not that I use them a lot, but conduits use pulsating nuggets. Right, so that is that. Melting. And it's in there. Does that work with this? There it goes. All right, cool. It does work. Question is, if I put like... Let's try... I'm like, if I put that in here, is that going to read this kind of thing? We'll see. Is it? Okay, it does look like it's not going to recognize that in a separate hatch. All right, cool. So that is that. And one more thing that I can break down. So yeah. And before I move on, I would like to give a shout out to some new Patreons. I can't remember if I said Marching Cube last episode. And Wes PDX, thank you very much for the support on Patreon, as well as all my other Patreons. If you would like to support the channel, it is much appreciated. I do this in my spare time. So that out of the way, let's continue and see what I can do. I'm going to break down all the drilling fluid and all that, and we'll come back. We are back, and I am doing the next part, are kind of replacing all the single block machines, and that is going to be for the lathe. Finally getting around to doing that one. I have so many LUV input hatches now that probably just going to start upgrading everything as I continue along here with 2 LUV, basically, because we have 22 of them now from our fusion reactor. Forgot the muffler hatch. That is not where it goes. There. Alright, cool. So do that, and do it over here. So I do need to, what was it? It was the soldering alloy, or soldering void excess, so the output hatch, output ME bus works. And then I need to, I don't remember which, multi I think. The lathe, metalwork lathe. $21. So we will change these to 21. Now, if I wanted, I could do this on the other one. Are we doing a... No, I don't have a metal one yet, do I? We have an autoclave and the precision. Yeah, okay, just kidding. I don't have this one. Yeah. But say, for example, I need a... Oh, we could probably do a compressor, actually. Couldn't we do that on the same block? Where is my compressor? I think this is actually the compressor that we're doing. Yeah. I just threw those in there because I had that there and I wasn't using it. So I could actually do that over here, I believe. And well, you know what? Why don't we do that? I haven't actually done that. Should I do that? I don't know if I want to do that. Now I'm changing my mind. I guess we can always see how it works, and if I decide I don't like it, we'll just put it back to there, or just replace this with another large processing factory. So we'll do... I want 2 for the lathe, because I'm pretty sure I'm almost full on the 1. I could do a buffer, but I'm just going to do... I think we'll just do the multiple hatches. Why don't I put this... How about back here? We'll have the lathe ones on the front, compressor in back. I could probably even... You know what? Why don't I just do like 10? And then... Compressor is a 20. Alright, so let's give this a go, I think, just to see if this works correct. I still don't love my cabling and the way I have done the cabling and the power cables. Because by going up the middle, it kind of screws everything up, so I still want to redo this. And I probably will and just replace all these with like LED or something. Alright, so that's powered up. Let's do... How many channels can I get over here? 7. Alright, we're good. I'm actually going to have to replace those. Alright. That's, and then... that... Yeah, I like that better offset. It just makes it easier. You know, looking like if that was going down there. I'll work on that, obviously. Let's grab... Let's see. Guess the compressor is over here. Yeah. Let me get these moved over. This is going to take me a few minutes, and we'll get it working. Alright, we are back. I've got everything moved over. So we got the screws, the rounds in there, and I actually split out the rod part just to make it a little bit more organized, because I know I'm going to need more screws and rounds. Don't know how many more of these we're going to need, because the lathe is not usually how you do that. It's only for like the gem type things like diamonds and emeralds, Certus. So that, and I've got the compressor moved over, and I have actually used it for the compressor, so it does work, and we should pretty sure that, I don't know, we'll do titanium screws, why not? Yep, there it went. It was so quick that barely even saw it. But it does indeed work with that. So there we go. Much, much quicker than the other lathe. So we got one more machine down. We are clearing things out pretty well here. All right, so this is my drilling fluid setup, and this can actually all go. Although I am making lubricant here for... You know what? I'm just going to break this. And I'm going to probably just do a big one. Big... Oh, it's right in front of my face. I'll do a big distillery, I think, instead of doing this. We don't need drilling fluid, but I do need the, yeah, this stuff is redundant now. I feel bad, like, breaking this, but I don't feel like there is any reason to use a regular miner over a void miner. If I need another planet with a void miner, I'll just, or another miner or something, I will probably just craft up another void miner. You know what though? It's so silly to void all that. I'm going to throw that in there, and then if I haven't used it in like 10 episodes, we'll just get rid of it. But, yeah, do that. And also... Alright, cool. So that is... Now, be on to next, the mixer. Alright, so I have a few things on the mixer that require unique numbers. Because the mixer, at this point, it's going to be changed to allow more. I just don't have enough room. How many casings does this thing need? It needs 16. Like, just quickly glancing, there's 8. 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I can fit more on there. I can fit a decent amount. But you start getting fluid hatches and stuff is when you start running into a problem. I think I could fit like 3 more. So I will, let me figure that out. This ceramic, this one is a very awkward... This special ceramics thing is really awkward. I don't use it very often. And it's such like a weird... Like the aluminum nitride's also kind of awkward. Although it is a bit easier now that I can do item and fluid or gas recipes on the blast furnace. We figured that out, so yeah, that one is a weird one. But these two I can probably sort out. Inkalloy. Why is that done on there? Oh, is that the one that's like not... It doesn't have like a fluid... Yeah, it doesn't have a fluid solidifier recipe because it's not one of those things that requires a 6. All right, we'll sort that out. What are we going to do about this? IC2 coolant. We need... Yeah, we do. We use it over there. Don't remember what we use it for. We did... It was originally for the... Right. Thaumium, which we don't use a lot of, but... Yeah, there are... We definitely have some uses for it. Yeah, it was the enriched uranium. Oh, right. Compressed plates, yeah, for things. I definitely need this. All right, so we need another mixer here. I guess we'll do... All right, let me figure this out, and we'll come back. So I decided I'm just going to craft up another mixing machine for coolant. We're going to need it, I'm sure, at some point, so... Yeah, unfortunately, it is 4 tall. It doesn't Doesn't match the rest of this platform, but oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna throw a thing over here. And that one. Distilled water. And then this. I love that that is now an option on those. We have tons of lapis. So yeah, we have 13,000. 10,000 lapis there. Are good. So hopefully, hopefully that works. All right, so that outputs 32,000. And then I just need to do this one like usual. And that so should start running again. All right, there it goes. Okay, cool. So that is the I see 2 coolants taken care of. And we can break this one. I don't need to save anything there. Okay, look at that. We have cleaned up an entire... We used to have 32 channels on this thing. And I have completely finished it. Although maybe I shouldn't... Because I'm probably going to want to have single block machines just when I have random new things come up and I need to sort, you know, throw down a machine or whatever. Maybe I should have left that, but... That is... I don't think it's going to matter. Well, I am just disassembling all these single blocks. If I need them again, I can always do that. Now, as we know, the arc furnace, fortunately, has a very annoying recipe. But we do kind of need it for... We definitely need it for glass and annealed copper. Wrought iron isn't super necessary, but I do kind of need it. Alright, so I do need to go grab the oxygen. I also want to... here. I do want to... fix this over here as well. I think... You know what? Before I do that, I may actually upgrade it. I might build a faster one. So I'm actually going to leave that. This little setup here for the coolant cells. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about this. We have so much glowstone. I may actually just not worry about... Actually, no. Do I have glowstone? I don't have a fluid one yet. There is... Blue extractor. Alright, so there's that. And then I have... I can't remember which... Cenarium, Electrum. Looks very similar. I can't remember... It's. I think it's only one recipe, isn't it, that uses... Is it the nano CPU? That's what it is. Alright, so we'll switch this to use that. And we can actually just throw that in this dual assembler with those. And that should work. I don't know. Can't really see why it wouldn't. There it goes. That was super quick. Alright, so... do you feel a little weird? Oh, right. Lumium dust. I'd forgotten about that. You know what? We can probably... yeah, this is the reason I set this up in the first place, because of this Lumium recipe. I'd forgotten about that, actually. I'm going to pull that out. That. And we'll just throw this in a fluid. Yeah, we'll just have 64 buckets. That'll last us for a while, but we will go through it with the nano things, and we do craft those up relatively frequently. Okay, so there are a few things. Let me check. Does Lumium... I don't remember what circuits. That requires a 4. Alright. This also requires a 4. So that can actually go in there, and we'll switch that recipe to the glowstone as well. That's what we'll do. I don't have a mixer that handles items and a fluid very well. And the problem is because... sometimes the circuit is different. I mean, admittedly, I only have 2 at the moment, and they're both circuit of 4. The problem is... how would I get the fluid? I mean, the fluid obviously can go in any hatch, it doesn't matter. But I would have to specifically get the correct items in the right circuit, and that just makes that a bit annoying. Like, how would I... I would have to do a buffer, and then I would have to... and then you can't... you have to pull the items in from the side with the open... I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating. I may just leave a single block mixer for a couple of the fluid. I don't know. That... I really... yeah. Single block just works so well with that, especially with the dual interfaces now. So, I guess, yeah, that's that. We can get rid of this. Alright, we are... I feel like I'm making some pretty decent progress, actually. Getting all this stuff just cleaned up, organized, figuring out what I want to do, what needs to be rearranged, and all sorts of stuff, and figuring out what I like and what I don't like. I have finally got all my ores taken care of. And again, I may even switch this process. Originally, I started doing the stocking input buses and just throwing the one we wanted in there. Because originally, I didn't want to process all the crushed ore from the miners. Because I didn't need it, and I didn't feel like dealing with all the end products. But now I'm dealing with everything. I was like, okay, so I'll continue doing that. We'll add more stocking input buses. Because there are 2 that I don't want to be washed. And that is the monazite stuff. Because the monazite actually needs, if we remember, the process actually starts with the crushed. It doesn't start with the washed. It has to be the regular crushed. So... the monazite and the bastonite is the other one. Can't go in the crushed variant. Cannot go in the the washer, because then it would, you know, it wouldn't work with that line. So I was like, oh, I'll just filter this stuff here. And I'm like, after I finished that, I realized what I could actually do is, we look, I've actually just done a fluid or a storage bus underneath these chests, and I just have it as a one-way. So insert crushed basanite. Anytime crushed basanite goes in there, insert into this storage chest, and the A system will not actually be able to see it either. So basanite, monazite, the A system can't see that stuff because it's a one-way. That one's actually been processed down, but monazite goes in there, and this is temporary. So I'm thinking I'll probably actually just get rid of all these and then just do an ore dictionary. Just basically all crushed ore that goes in the A system, just wash. And then the couple that I don't want washed will just automatically go in those storage buses out of the A system. So that one I can probably take care of. Same with this. Probably could just do a ore thing. The only thing with that is there are a lot of ores that I actually just don't even want to process, so I don't want to send some stuff. So I'm kind of using those stocking input buses as filters, basically. Like, there is a whole bunch of stuff that I am just voiding now because I don't need them. It's not worth processing. And we get a ton. So, still kind of tweaking things here and there with that. But yeah, I do feel like we're doing pretty awesome here. There are just random forge hammer. That now has a multi-block. Industrial sledgehammer, it's called. Incolloy DS, we actually just did that. Crystal bolts we have. Zirconia. Yeah, we actually have all this stuff. So, these Incolloy... Babbitt. I don't think I have Babbitt. There's always one. Always one. Nope, don't have Babbitt. I'm going to have to do that. Alright, so Forge Hammer looks like it's going to be next. This I don't even think I need. Because I am swimming in sulfuric acid. 480,000 sulfur. You know what? I should just... I don't even need to save this stuff. There's no point. But, alright. So there is that. Today I'm going to continue working on... figuring out how I want to deal with this. And especially since this is the wrong distillery. It's actually EV on an HV line. I didn't realize that for the longest time. That's why there's a battery in it. But I think we'll get this moved and everything. And then we'll have to start thinking about what we are going to do moving forward. Because we're going to have to start getting into neutronium for the UV stuff, the next tier of stuff. So yeah, the multi-block mixer, it's neutronium, it's helium plasma, and you get raw newtonium dust. So we'll get into that more next episode. But anyway, that's gonna be for today. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.